Relative Guinness Nitro Cold Swap from the brewer who invented Nitro. Right?
It's a little common comfort. You're on. Suffer from things like thunderstorms. Now, for you.
Walls can be loaded with bacteria to get a cleaner.
You mean delicious and great in it?
What is it like?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, you did. Plan it out. Great in nearby farms or fields. Field. Voice zero. Voice zero.
What up? Ultimate Dad movie. Shining. Got a dad who wrote a book and people got it all twisted up.
Say. I'm talking. Also, my mental health.
Settle thought functions in patients with Huntington's disease. Proceed. Settle thoughts. Inflammation. Insomnia. Missing. Yes, heartbeat, restlessness, weakness.
Oh God. I like The Shining, but to show the scenery, and it's like it reminds me of the people's attitude that live there. Like I never understand that. Like the area is beautiful because it's beautiful. It has nothing to do with you living there or having been born there. If anything, people living there detract from it. Yeah, I like it. I just see it. The guy went there, and then it just goes into him writing his story. Because if it was really happening to him, it makes no sense. They already said the airports are closed and there was no way to fly in, so the caretaker couldn't have flown back. Why wouldn't he have been possessed? He was the caretaker. Whatever the hell Scatman or what this does. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, it was pretty good. I forgot to take a picture. I got a basket of goodies. Women at work always get a beer bucket. So I have a collection of beer buckets. And they get me like body washes and sponges and all kinds of candies and peanuts and beef jerkies and shit, like man treats. Because I'm the only dad at work. So like they're like, damn, he's the only one that's here and he's the only one that has to work on Father's Day. Let me know if it rains. People like, rain dances really work. Like, yeah, you ever read up on them? Now, sometimes they have to rain dance for 23 days in a fucking row until it rains. That's just weather. That ain't your rain dance worked. Joel sat on my hat. Joel's crazy ass bought a Harley. I was supportive. I was like, right on. But inside, I was like, man, please, fucking, why did you get a Harley? You're gonna die on that thing. He's just too inattentive of a driver. Yeah, right. Who was doing the flood dance? How come there isn't a dance to? It's a drought. How do you have a drought going on for like? Well, how come the rain dance don't work then? It only works when it's going to rain anyway, or shit's bad math. It don't add up. Freshening up my coffee. Where's everybody else? What's the messages up? Send out some feelings. God damn, 4%. Did you look in your settings and see what's running that's eating the battery up so hard? What's your screen resolution? Is the brightness way up? Because that'll drain it quick. You gotta turn your brightness down. Is it hot? You might have a bad cube. Is it plugged into a cube from the USB? But was it the cords, or is it a cord and a plug, or is it a separate cube? Do they have that in Canada? Do they have our modern technology? It shouldn't be the battery though, not on a newer phone. It should be, usually it's the contact pins are dirty. So you just gotta put some rubbing alcohol in there with a Q-tip and sponge them off and then dry it out really well. Yeah, so you try cleaning the pins with rubbing alcohol on the input. Because if your cube and your charger cord's good. That's what everybody with Android has. I got extras in magical colors like blue and purple. And I got extra HDMI. The Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch. Oh. I remembered to buy Grandpa Bud this week. Now I know his scheduling. I know when to buy next time. It's a good deal. I get a sack and then sell him. I don't have to pay for it. I can get the rest. Headband, my fave. So tasty, so sweet. You put me in places I didn't want to go. Don't you have a laptop?
It's a beautiful place. Even down here, gonna love it.
They wouldn't take the booze out of the hotel for insurance purposes either. That shit's just retarded. You're telling me all the valuable shit in that hotel that could get stolen during the winter when there's only like one guy and his family guarding the place, but the booze is what you're concerned about. You do care, I care. I have to chat into space while you guys stare at me. It's creepy. Fucking creepy. Weird, dude. Very weird. How are you gonna see anything with your big ass head in the way of all light? Dumbass. Damn, that's too much. I always cap myself at like the $50 phone. I'm cheap about it. Exactly, I know the screen will get cracked. I thought I was doing good and traded up to the LG because this one had like the corner smashed and then like a couple of long cracks across the face. But I actually liked the Motorola a lot better than the LG. Even though the screen's a little, like I don't care if the screen's big or small. I don't fucking like Google Assistant. I don't like half the shit Google does. I'm about to get a new phone out of that because they fucked this phone up. I can't find my apps list anymore. There's no way to access it. The goddamn Google search bar is taking over my, I down swipe my home screen and all I get's a Google search bar. It's not a widget. It's not removable. The only way to get it to stop is to disable your Google app. Then it won't down swipe to anything. So it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I wouldn't pay anybody $2,000 for anything except a couple of pounds of weed or something else substantial that I know is worth it. Nah, I'm gonna say no. I don't like the LG cameras either. They're blurry. Look at this. There's like no HD to this. I look like fucking a potato. I can't take the quality of pictures I was taking with the Motorola or with my other one. This one doesn't even light balance, right? It looks like I have hair loss or something. I don't have fucking hair loss. My hair's fine. Nah, didn't Sarah pay a bunch for her phone? Somebody did. Somebody was telling me they paid like $1,200 for their fucking phone. And I was like, what? Right? For $2K, that phone better suck my dick and go to work for me. It better do it in a good tone of voice. Happy for the experience and the privilege. I like the idea of the e-bike, but then it's like, it's lazy. And I don't trust the batteries. Like, what's the difference between those batteries and what they were putting in the hoverboards, which weren't even really hoverboards that were exploding and catching fire? I want another Rascal or a Hoveround or some other form of old people transporter. I like those. They're nice and chill. You got a little basket to put a radio and put your shit in there. You can have a cold drink and drink colder. Horn. Beep, beep. And you can be so fucked up and they can't do nothing to you. They're like, have you been drinking? Be like, yeah, but I'm crippled. What do you want from me? And they're like, just stay on the sidewalk and be careful.
Just one of those things.
Shit, if you want to pay $1,500 for a phone, I got some weed I can sell you for like 108. Because you know, the more you pay, the better shit gets. How'd you like that shit in the news today? The demand for airline travel is going up too much, so they're canceling flights. Demand goes up, so they reduce the supply so they can charge more artificially for no fucking reason other than they want to make more money than they should be. No, you're really crap. Everyone should be living in those places, enjoying them instead of driving around polluting. I fly if I need to, but I don't like going through TSA. I don't like people fucking with me or touching me or checking me out. Like, fuck you. You know who the bad guys are, you motherfucking dirtbags. Don't pretend it's a random screening. You know who the fuck is who. And to say otherwise is bullshit. Them TSA agents are worthless. They've proven it. They did fucking internal audits. 95% of the contraband they were tested to find made it through the TSA security team. If 95% of the fries you cooked at McDonald's that day sucked, you would be fired that same fucking day. So why do we have the TSA collecting all our tax money? And they're not even Americans, they're all fucking foreign agents. Hey, you, come here for screening. Come here, you come here to be screened. Like, who the fuck are you to judge and screen me? You're not even from here. We've been duped in America, dude. We're getting screwed out of our future. We're getting screwed out of our fucking inheritance. We're screwed out of our land. We're screwed out of our jobs. We're screwed out of our clothes. It's hard to even find shoes anymore. Because nobody wears that size. So they don't need to order them. Cocksuckers. Exactly. They'll fucking let 2 or 3 scumbags go through, and then they'll pull a little old lady out of the line like, "Ma'am, we need to randomly check you." Like, what? Come on. The bitch is 90 years old. Let her go. People are just greedy fucking scum. Did you see that Chicago mayor shit? She named racism a public health crisis so she can try to get some federal money. Like, come on. Why don't you just go suck a dick? They get everything, dude. How many doctors you know with American names? Crunch, crack, pop. Oh, fuck. That felt good. Ish. Kind of hurt. Whatever was pinched in there earlier, it was fucking me up pretty bad at one point. I tried to talk to somebody and I couldn't make words. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Said some garbled shit and I was like, fuck, I'm retarded. So I had to go stretch. I wonder if you could get elective eyeball removal surgery. She said racism was the biggest health issue facing Chicago. It's not COVID or AIDS or being murdered by your neighbors. It's racism. Which is weird because she's the one that excluded all people from talking to her that had anything but dark skin. Because that's racism. Real racism. Right? Even on TV now, they're like, yo, can any of y'all debunk this that she's not Beetlejuice? Like, when the news is even allowed to say you look like fucking Beetlejuice, you're pretty much fucking done. Your credibility's shot. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh, come on. Bullshit. So they built the place in 1907 and they managed to build a garage large enough to house modern machinery. You know, just in case. That makes no sense. It'll never fly. I don't know Texas courts though. Like I know how Virginia will not let the man win under any circumstance. Their state flag is a woman that has stabbed a man in the back with a spear standing on his corpse, happy that she murdered a man. It's a total, the state is full on witchcraft, police state, pagan, Satanist garbage. That's why they put DC there, so it could be closer to the devil, their master.
I found him outside looking for you.
Tired and bombed.
I saw a thing with fucking fake legs today. That was pretty scary. It's not like when you see like a healthy person with a fake leg. It was like an anorexic looking, crackhead looking person. And then they had like anorexic crackhead fake legs to match their Skeletor thighs. It was like, and they were in shorts. Shitty. There's either LA or San Diego where they got in trouble because they were hiring paid actors to testify against parents when they couldn't find actual evidence. So they would just hire people to spit out whatever lie they wanted to portray. And they said that was standard procedure for them. And they didn't think there was anything wrong with it. No, you didn't. They never call him Doc in the movie, other than this scene. She should be like, yes, I can read what's on the labels, brah. Pretty much self-evident. Every label tells you what's in there. Minced clams. Ugh. What the fuck? Needs a jar of minced clams that fucking big. The Shining. The Shine. I wanted to watch a good dad movie, and then it was like, I already watched Commando the other day, and I watched Falling Down the other day, and I only got Star Wars on VHS. The Toy. Big Daddy. Like, all the dad movies kind of suck. They don't really have dad movies that are really like, yeah, right on. Falling Down was pretty close. But it was like a sad dad movie. And a happy ending. He would have shot the wife in the head and got away with the little girl so he could have the family instead of just giving it to the woman because she cried crazy enough. He smokes so much crack he can hear the future. No. Exactly. The kid's demon possessed, and the wife doesn't listen. He told her, when I'm working, just let me work. And she couldn't do it. 2 times she busts in on him, 3 times, disturbing his work. And the little kid's roaming around talking about he's got a demon living in his mouth. Gary, I'm the demon. Like, I would have hatcheted him too. And they told the kid, don't go in that room. And what did he do? Big wheeled his little ass down there and went in anyway. Yeah. He shows me murder. Like, come on, that's like red flag number 1. Your kid's got a demon that lives in his mouth and it shows him visions of murder. Usually that's like symptom number 2 right after torturing animals. Does the subject torture animals? Check. Does he have a demon living in his mouth? Check. Display. Overlook. Okay. Right? It's chilly here too, man. 65 and foggy out. It used to be the opposite. In the morning time, it would be gloomy. and chilly. And then at like 10, 11 in the morning, it would switch over to hot the rest of the day. But now it's flip-flop. Now it's nice until about noon. Then it starts getting cold. The new ice age is going to suck. I think that's why they're using all the wildfires to burn up as much available firewood as they can. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Ah. Pregnancy. Pregnancy's hot. Yeah, it was Father's Day, but all the news was talking about was fucking Juneteenth. Like, god damn. At this point, it's like, let's just end all holidays. I don't want Christmas. I don't want Halloween. I don't want Juneteenth. I don't want Memorial Day. No 4th of July. No Labor Day. None of it. Fuck all the holidays. I don't see why they're holy to anyone anyway. If you're playing Candy Crush and your phone's at 8%, then that means it's doubled in charge rate because you're playing Candy Crush. Hmm. It has to be. Why else, dude? Why else would they keep doing shit the way they're doing? They're just muscling out every business that won't sell out to their little secret club. And then every place where they're like, oh, they keep cracking down in certain spots. They're saying that there's a new outbreak. Like, bullshit. Money, money. Money. Let's burn some money. We'll release one soul from your debt. See, that's a good deed. Now they're free. And it's like a little warm hobo fire. Yeah, right? How the fuck are they making more? Like, okay, you got everybody vaccinated, so why are you locking them back down? Like, what purpose does it serve? Burn. It's pretty illuminating. Nothing purifies and illuminates like fire. The almighty fire of God. Power of nature. Doink. Doink. Dude, they're not even, they can't even prove that this shit exists. What test did they ever, what test did they come up with? The antibodies test? You should revolt. Revolution. Do like William Wallace. Paint your face orange and blue. And then go, freedom! Ride through the town. Ride through the town. Ride through the town. I saved that corner. Because it didn't burn, so it must be fate. I think there's cats fucking outside. Yep. It's definitely cats fucking. Hopefully Bob's getting a piece. Somebody needs to. Another thing about the vaccine, there's proven side effects that are easy to find out about. Fucking Gramps' friend was like against taking it, and then he finally caved in, and they were talking, and he said he was peer pressured into it by his family, basically. So then he went and got it, and now he's got like fucking half his face is paralyzed with Bell's palsy from the COVID vaccine. Like, yeah, now I'm protected, but I can only talk like this. Yeah, that's good. I can't see you talk. Yeah. What the fuck kind of medicine is that? That's not helping anything. If you're harming something, you're harming it, period. You can't help and harm at the same time. The impurity of this world sickens me at times. Because it's an impurity of logic and an impurity of thought. And it's so easy to rectify. But everybody's fucking lazy and they're too busy pleasuring themselves to take the time to correct others. And be the better person and go, hey, you're fucked up. Tighten up. See, in the old generations, we used to have that. The men walked around and if they saw you doing some fucked up shit, one of them would fucking punch you in the arm. And be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, motherfucker? Don't let me catch you doing that again. And you'd fucking get scared and you'd run and you wouldn't do that again. I want a wife. I don't want a chick that's just going to hang around and abuse my pocketbook and run away. I want an actual woman who will build something with me and make my life better and vice versa. I'm built for bigger and better things. I just need somebody to impress on a daily basis. Because I loves me some vagina. Impress. I can impress people at will at work. It's so petty, but it is really fun to just have people like in the palm of your hand, like, can I get help? Like, okay. Because some days I'll see a line, and just because other customers have been rude as I'm going about my business, which has nothing to do with them, I'm like, Ah, fuck it, let them wait. But then other days I'm in a happy mood because I'm always in a happy mood until someone takes me out of it. And then I'll just be like, I'll help them. I'll be like, yeah, get on over here. Let me fucking get you out of here. Today was pretty positive there. Everybody was cheery. It just sucked that my neck was pinched all day. It's whatever's in the back of your thigh, the hamstring, the quadricep, whatever the straight line in the middle of the back of the thigh is, that shit felt like it was going to cramp on me a couple of times today. Ridiculous. That's the whole Pacific. Not every area is a fire area either. Like all the fires that you see are basically like in 4 different spots, the same 4 spots. Near LA, near San Bernardino, near Santa Paula. Like it's always near some Democrat communist area where they got a bunch of immigrants that'll do whatever they're told. So that's the fucked up part. They're driving the narrative incorrectly. They're always complaining about immigrants. It's not people from South America. It's the Arabs they're sneaking in. And Africans and Czechoslovakians and Russians and all these other people that are just coming in and they're stealing all the money out of the neighborhoods and then driving the people out. Everybody's like, don't be racist. Well, that ain't racism. That's just called y'all are trying a hostile takeover of our country and nobody seems to notice. Cumbia. Like Selena with her cumbia rhythms. Bitty bum bum. No. See? Right there. She's disobeying what he just directed. She's already disrespecting him before he even got finished asking her. He told her, don't interrupt me. Okay, I'll come back later and make you sandwiches. That's all he asks. One simple thing. For real, dude. Like they've got teams of them, families of them, all roaming around in Friends gear, like the Friends TV show. That's how you can spot them dead giveaway. They all wear cups like that big from the 1950s, like Leave It to Beaver shit, and they all have Friends T-shirts and Friends hoodies. Like I'm supposed to believe Friends is the most popular show in Ecuador. No. Yeah, because Arabs can pose as black people or as Mexicans and get acceptance somehow. Like DJ Khaled, it's an Iranian dude. He's against America. He hates us. He was raised to hate us. So what do you think he's programming all our people with through his music? His religious philosophies of pseudo nonsense. They've changed everybody's perception from reality to this fucking farcical viewpoint. Everybody's anti-religion. Religion was never the trouble. We didn't have issues with religion in this country until the Catholics came and started pedophilia. That's when religion became a problem. Because back in the day, they just built a church. If you wanted to go there and kick it and do your thing, great. If you didn't, great. Nobody gave a fuck. They didn't handcuff you and make you go. They still don't. Buddhists don't. The Christians don't. Nobody forces you to go and listen to them. Nobody except the government. It's mandatory that you go to public school. Get indoctrinated as best as they can. I need a stretching rack. Fucking Obamacare. They upheld Obamacare again. It's like, what good is this shit, man? Doctors ain't got nothing for me. Not even a helper midget. Or a comfort pangolin. Or some other vicious animal. Service badger. That'd be kind of cool. Someone was abducted my neck pillow. Or I could do some tensing.
Oh yes, it's one of the worst we've had for years. Is there anything else we can do?
That's where I need my brother to visit, because he wouldn't be afraid to hurt me. I could just drag you, punch him, and he'll punch me back. But I'll turn so he'll hit me in the right spot at the last second. At work, they're like, you should just get a massage. It's like, yeah, right. I'm not letting a stranger touch me. Fuck that. I think women that pay a stranger to touch them like that are suspect. Especially if you got a man. You got a man and you're paying someone else to massage you, you're fucked up in the head. You don't deserve to be in love. You should be kicked to the curb like a dog. Seriously. Shit, dude. Court's fucked, man. I had to explain why I had fucking Metallica sticker on my guitar in court. They're like, well, it's a skull. It's like death. Like, it's a band, motherfucker. You're lucky you didn't get contempt. I was threatened with contempt for shaking my head like this. Because I was in disbelief that anybody would lie on me so badly. The judge said, I see you, mister. Don't shake your head like that again or you'll be in contempt. And I looked at my lawyer. I was like, is she fucking kidding? She's like, you can test it. I'm like, whose side are you on? I'm paying you, right? I paid you cash money. Like, do your fucking job. And they don't. It's all a fucking network. All the lawyers and the judges know each other and they all fucking work deals together and it's all another system of bullshit. Well, he's not in one of the societies paying dues. So we can't help him out. Fuck it, man. Fuck you, you fucking shits. Oh yeah, family courts unreal. The shit they get away with, they'll straight out tell you it's like fucking what you'd expect in a Nazi court, a kangaroo court. You're guilty, even after you're proven innocent, you can still be treated like you're guilty. They can manufacture shit against you that doesn't exist and hold it against you. Like I never spanked the kid, but I had to take anger classes because they said lies that were disproven with witnesses. Like I had many people sign affidavits testifying that all the shit that people were talking were bullshit. Not one of them was even a family member. They were all people, acquaintances and coworkers and shit. But it just doesn't matter when they want you to be guilty. You're guilty. And that's what my paperwork said. Even though this person has been found innocent on every fucking single point of contention and allegation, we are going to treat him as though he's guilty anyway. So, like, at least once every few months, I put a new curse onto that judge, Colleen Toy White. So that way they just keep weighing her down, weighing her down, weighing her down until she finally crumbles under the weight of her own fucking evil. Because it's not just me, there's thousands of us. I met so many people. As soon as they start telling their story, I go, "You had Judge White, didn't you?" And they're like, "How'd you know?" And I'm like, and it's like, "Yep. C-U-N-T, cunt, cunt, cunt. That bitch needs to die." But I'm not a murderer. So I don't do that kind of shit. But come on, God. What happened to justice? I want to see some justice. I'm tired of seeing all the scumbags connive and cheat and trick people out of money. And nothing happens. All the other losers pat them on the back and they have a good old laugh about it. It needs to be comeuppance. Radical paradise shift. Sick manifestations. Because it's not what people are consciously worried about that makes a manifestation happen. It's the unfiltered, raw, subconscious response is where the generation occurs. Money's just funny paper, man. They draw little funny lines on it. It's made out of marijuana, and the ink's made out of marijuana with blood, so it has that unreproducible green. It's got all sorts of sigils and magic symbols on it, so they can bind you to the spell of being captured, tranced by the almighty dollar. Dumbass shit. Parlor chicks of a petty class of bunk magician clinging to ancient delusions of Aleister Crowley's power. Guy was a fucking tool and a pervert and a farce. That's why his kids are George Bush. He's lying, Danny. He already hurt you. people are like wanting to protest shit, but they forget the people that aren't protesting are the ones that usually wait, and then when they're tired of some shit, they start blowing up abortion clinics and shit like that. Like the radicals they're trying to stir up are not good. You don't want to stir up those people. They're extremists. They're nutcases. They're prone to act without thinking, and usually it's violent. And we don't need more violence in the world. There's too much already. Everybody's so, I'm hard, I'm tough. Whatever. Everybody can take an ass whooping. Great. What did it prove? What did it teach us? How to take an ass whipping? How to deal with getting your ass whipped? Wouldn't it have been better to just learn constructive ways to avoid physical battle? It's destructive and damaging to everyone involved. See, I'm glad I had a good dad that sat me down and talked to me and helped me to realize there's things like that in the world to think about. And that's what being a good leader and a good dad is really about, is taking the harder path and doing the right thing, no matter what the fucking television tells you or what other idiots are telling you. If you don't believe in a vaccine, don't take that shit. You don't believe in Jesus, don't accept it. Don't be forced into anything ever. Don't let people tell you what to do just because they make it seem so cool. Yeah, it's a honey trap. If you got 20 people all having to kiss ass and try to make it seem like it's a thing, that should tell you something. Cool people don't have to fucking glad hand each other and be fake and shallow like that. They just gotta be themselves. Realness finds realness. Pretty much. If the court can't get money out of your case, they probably won't prosecute anymore. That's why they just get the homeless and put them right back out. They're not worried about bail anymore because the homeless people don't get bailed out. They're trying to lighten their workload. They would still get the same government paycheck, whether the prisoners are at home or not. They don't want them to be in the prison. That's actual work. What's this? Venomoji. Dabs is like one of my favorite new lab outputs. Dank ass batter sauce. The shit's so clean and tasty. And it smokes nice. He was doing autoerotic asphyxiation, Mom. He had a belt around his neck while he was jerking it. Are you happy? What's tomorrow, Monday? No, I'll have to wait till Friday. I don't spend money that day. Need to get corn seed tray, starter tray, rooter cubes. And I need to get new bulbs for my grow light, for my mother light. At least. My boom lights have good bulbs. I don't know. I thought that's what the tent cities were for, that they were calling those concentration camps. Realistically, if all we get our news from is each other in the news, they could isolate us and take out a lot of us easily. Word up. Have a good day, Gary. Kick some ass. Don't take any names, though. Stealing is wrong. Stealing's bad. Murdering's bad. You boys with your murder. Fucking shite.
They were going to be there next April. Here's
How'd you know that's what I was thinking about? I was actually sitting there thinking about it, like, so like they're testing me with secrecy because I'm the only one that knows about it. But like the boss ever heard the one chick, Eve, telling someone to, she'll be working register 7. So to go to that register. And usually that kind of shit's like, people are scamming and they're giving away free product or, whatever you want to call it. They're pulling some shenanigans. So even though her keys were found, they haven't given her keys back yet. So like I think they're trying to set her up. Because I made sure to ask before she left today, before the boss left. I was like, yo, is the safe going to be right? Because you know how I hate it when it's wrong. And she's like, yeah, it's right. I'm like, all right. Yeah. Because, dude, the safe should never be fucking off. I count it at the end of the night. It's just the safe. Nobody goes into it during the day. Nobody touches it. They count it in the morning. If they need to break change, they break change. Then it's closed until nighttime when I count it out. So there should never be any fucking errors. And yet there's repeatedly errors on certain days when there's certain people working. So every time it happens, when it's like tonight, the safe was short $103. So I'll cook the numbers, but then I tell the boss, yo, I had to inflate the fucking books because it was this much short. And I don't have a rational explanation for it because I don't touch the shit. Nobody else is supposed to touch it. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the line, someone either misplaced shit or I don't know. It happens quite frequently, and I think they've caught on to how they're doing it or what they're doing. I don't know. It feels like it's coming to a boil, though. Just the fact that homegirl ain't got her keys back. And that shit was annoying. Yeah, I had to cover every fucking call today. We need help on 7. We need help on 4. We need help on 3. Can you unlock the office? Can you unlock the safe? Can you unlock this? Can you unlock, like, god damn, man. Why don't you just get another job? They obviously don't want you here. Like, and they're not gonna fire you. Just quit. Quit and file a fucking wrongful termination suit and collect your unemployment and move along. Because it sucked, man. I did my best to support this woman and try to make her shine, you know, and be a good employee. Because she's not too horrible, but like everybody started sandbagging her, and then her attitude turned to shit, and now she is kind of terrible. She's getting this complaints. People are complaining about the way she treats them. Everybody that has it back. She's like Amy, and every person that looks like they might be homeless or poor. Are you stealing? Let me look inside your bag. It's like, yo, no, no, don't fuck with people. I don't want to get shot because somebody wanted to steal some Twinkies and they're crazy, and you're more worried about standing up for stealing a goddamn pack of Twinkies and losing $1 than using your common sense.
Out of your fucking mind.
I swear, Daddy told me. He went up into one of the bedrooms. The door was open and he saw the crazy woman in the bathroom. He tried to strangle him.
It's something. And we couldn't find the gas can. That was another mystery. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody took this, they stole the whole can full of gas. Because they had the power outage yesterday, apparently, and they had the generators, but they couldn't find the gas can. So I looked all over the warehouse, and I know exactly where I put it, and it wasn't there. And I'm like, yo, somebody snaked that shit. I bet it was that fucking AC guy, the last guy that went up there to work on the AC. Because that's the only worker we've had go up. When you go up the ladder, there's like a storage area before you go up to the main roof, like ladder. So the gas was up there, and I know it was up there because I put it with the pressure washer and all the other equipment that we don't routinely use because I didn't want to smell the gas or have the gas pollute any of the shit at ground level with the odor. Maybe they'll give me the go ahead to start doing some shit to trap them. All I know is I have suspicions on 3 people. And kind of everybody else has the same suspicions about the same 3 people, that something's up with the 3 of them. Because they're all, you know, they're locals. That's how they are here in this little small town. They all went to high school together and they work together and they've been drinking buddies forever. So fuck you. They're going to be a secret team. They'll show you and laugh about you and mock you and sandbag you and all that shit. Those days are going away. It's time to root out all the turds. The year's half over. This year ain't shit. It's just like every other year. Whiners whine. Crybabies cry. Everybody does their thing. And you're either working hard and taking care of your shit and handling responsibilities, or you're living in fantasy land making excuses, or you're at some point in between trying your best to get there or doing your best to fuck up and not make it so you have more excuses. Life isn't complex, especially in America. Like Sam Kinison put it, you have to go out of your way to be a homeless person in America. and be poor. Because in America, all you got to do is get a job or fuck somebody who has a job. Quite a long pussy you got there, ma'am. 5-incher. Sometimes that's all you can do. I can't do construction anymore with my shoulder. I can't do plumbing with my shoulder. They legalize drugs, so there's no money to be made in selling drugs unless you're rich and own a dispensary. You can't sell drugs. They've taken away all avenues for making money for crippled people except working minimum wage jobs and hoping for promotion or earning promotion, which so far is so good, but you know, I'm not going to hold out physically forever. That's why I've been investing in everything I can. I invest in people, I invest in stocks, I invest in companies I like when I can, even if it's just frequenting a business. Like I like the Smoker's Paradise, they'll order whatever the fuck I want, they'll give it to me at cost, no markup. They don't tax me on a lot of shit because they know I'll promote them and tell people to go there. Because I do. I tell everybody, go to that fucking place. Don't go to that other guy no more. I don't like that kids can just say, I've got bipolar disorder and I need medical weed. I got PTSD. You got PTSD? Really? From what? I think I have more stress just driving home from a bar at any given night, drunk and high, than any of these kids have had in their whole lives combined. Keith. Because the government doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. We don't teach people the real secrets of how to grow the chronic. You gotta fucking, you earn that knowledge. It's a club, and you ain't in. You can get donations and you can start your little grow operation, but you ain't never gonna learn. You might learn by trial and error eventually. But I'll tell you this, 9 out of 10 people I see try to start some shit fail and have quit and shut down their shit after one harvest because they realize how foolish they were to even waste their time and energy trying to be something they're not. Yeah, it looks pretty, it looks great. It's a lot more hard work and know-how than people want to admit because they don't know. They pick up high times, they go, ooh, I could grow that big bud too. I just got to buy this juice and that juice and pour it. Yeah, sure. Sure. Well, they need to be going and getting dispensary weed to make my stock money go up, Stacy. Now you're my competition. You're fighting my company, my corporation. Globalism. A QP for 450. 18. That's steep. Steep. I can't get quads like you do either, because I'd be pissed off at the person, like, yo, where's the rest? I gave you so much money, you need to be getting me the rest of that budge. I got seeds. One of a kind seeds. See, that right there tells you who's a fucking poser or not. If you're trying to grow good weed, and I tell you, I've got one of a kind seeds from my fucking grow lab in Tarzana, the last project I worked on, and it was a success. It was a success. And I've got like 50 seeds of it left until I take a couple of them and start a seed crop again. Who? 300 a zip? For what? Cocaine? No. Ain't no 300 a Z. It's like a rack for a pea. I know. 1,000 for 1 pound of indoor. Not everybody, but me. I get that. Everybody else gets like a $200 or $300 tax, and that's still dirt cheap. Shit. An ounce for me is probably like 65, 70 bucks for top shelf. Because I'll go straight to the garden, like I'll go straight to it and be like, yo, I need this much bud, and I got this much money. I'll say, what am I going to get? And they'll give me what they got. Sometimes it's some good shit, and sometimes it's some experimental shit. I'm not, Stacy. I don't pay what other people pay. Not for bud, not for wax. I'm not super rich by any means, and I have jars just chilling. Like,
Hello, my name is Nick Halloran. I'm the head chef at the Overlook Hotel.
oh, okay. There's legitimately a lot of people in America smoking my bud. And other people in those bud too, because we all work together. Every time our genetics go out, someone else is growing our bud. Someone else, and someone else, and someone else, and someone else, and someone else. Yeah, because that's the area. They weren't they in like in Illinois or Indiana or somewhere? Depending where you're at, the price too. Like here, I'll get dabs for 20 bucks. If I go back east, that's just like 60, 70. Yeah, it probably is for them. If that's what they're paying, that's what they're paying. I mean, everybody can't be cool. It's not that kind of party. You got to pay your dues. None of these kids pay their fucking dues. They'll never know the thrill of sitting there and watching the cops search through your shit and not find your stash. And you just want to laugh in his face, but you got to maintain and just be like, find anything? No, we didn't find anything. Told you so. All right, you can go. And then you just drive when they're like, ha, 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 ha. Fucking losers. Well, yeah. Your point's valid in places where there's still, even though they say it's quote unquote legitimately legal and all that, the government still actively dissuades it. Yeah, there's still a black market for it, but it'll dissipate. You'll see. The more shops open up, the more it dissipates. We had a Tennessee person show up at work today. Kimberly was telling me. She was like, "This guy was a creep today," and he was like, "You look good, like really good." So I told her next time, just page me up there, and I'll give him some excuse, and you can just go take a break, and I'll be like, "So what's up, dude?" You can just be a total dick. She's like fucking 19, dude. That's like my daughter. Don't fuck with her. She's a little kid. All the little ones are like kids. They're teenage kids. Because you're Tennessee. You're the only pervert we know. And you can't say it's not so. You're a pervert. Just accept it and own it. The first step in solving the problem is admitting you have the problem. Tennessee buys Reggies. He buys the Reggies.
What do they call you, man? Crazy? Albert Green.
Fucking weirdo.
What is that?
I never noticed Jack Nicholson has some bitch fingernails in this one. But only on his left hand. What the hell is that about? Oh, she got you.
What is it?
He's desperate to hit that, Stacy. You know he is.
You
He's just thinking of some Canadian rump steak. His fantasy is for you to be on all fours in the bed, and he just runs into the room and dives in like he's sliding into home base. Ah. I'm just kidding. How come you don't have a backup burner phone? Stacy would shut Tennessee down quick. He'd show up and throw like surprise, and Texas would be like surprise. Just I don't know. I'm kind of scared because last time I sent someone electronics, there's extenuating circumstances. I won't be a pick. All I got's like the old Motorola, and what else do I got? I got a couple of loser phones. This one's a little scratched, but it's not cracked. Cloud Mobile. Why don't you just go to a tire compressor machine at the gas station? They usually have an air sprayer on it too, and you can give it a good blow job, good bead, a little Bajowski. $20 and we'll blow air in your house, sonny. I like them apples. 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 I heard Smoked Out 12 is coming sooner than later. A couple of weeks. So that's exciting stuff. Yeah, did you see the one in New York where the dude chased down the dude and fucking knocked over some kids to shoot the guy? That shit was nuts. Where the fuck are the vigilantes? Where are all these men that want to kick ass? They get the chance to stop somebody like that. Oh, you think they would take it? I know, like, if anything popped off for work, like, all my team of dudes there is ready to just fucking lay down the law. And I've already explained to everyone how to disable the cameras and erase the footage so there's no evidence of anything. Like, beat him down! Grab a cane or something, give him a good cane. I gotta piss. Yeah, but broad fucking daylight, that's crazy. Fucking nutcases. Red rum, red rum. That's so scary and creepy. People that think movies are scary have never been in a real event in life to know the difference between fear and reality fear. Like, the little kid being weird isn't scary to me. because you could just be walking and have people drive by and point a gun at you and laugh, and you're like, fuck. I didn't always live in the decent part of town. Kayachiharia. Candy cane, we would call Candy Cane 12. Do you read me? Gun don't make you a man, Craig. These make you a man. These don't make you a man, Craig. Smashing a man in the face with a brick and calling it a fair fight makes you a man. How the fuck are people affording to go on a cruise if they're all out of work and there ain't no stimulus? All these people crying about needing stimulus and then they're still managing to smoke weed every day. A lot of shit don't make no sense. Makes about as much sense as one penny. tricky. Okay. Fucking pick sticking too. Can't win them all, I guess. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Fucking dude was upstairs showering, and his wife saw the security camera, and fucking called her husband and told her, yo, there's a motherfucker downstairs running around naked and shit. And the dude jumped out he jumped off the balcony or whatever and ran to call for help. Like, what kind of bitch is that? I ought to put my shit on and went downstairs and be like, yo, motherfucker, you better step out of my fucking house right the fuck now. Because you got the high ground. Like, come up these stairs. I will drop kick your ass like fucking Ric Flair's. Whoa! Right down that staircase. You'll think it's Tony Hawk because I'll be jumping on you like a fucking skateboard and bomb dropping your shit. Bam! Pop your head like a melon. Because it's ripe. Bing! And it is a unique fucking sound to hear a head split. But I digress. Let's talk about positive things. Let's have positive vibes. So we can transmute. Where is it still sticky? Scissors bad? That is. Do I need a razor?
What are you doing?
Yes, scissors suck. To go old fashioned on this shit.
Listen, let me out of here and I'll forget the whole goddamn thing. Be just like nothing ever happened.
It's always fuck shit, Tennessee. Except for when it ain't. Sometimes it's good shit.
Wendy.
See, I fucked up and I gave you my good blue pick that I like, and then I thought I'd make this one into one, but I keep fucking it up because I didn't know the scissors were dicked. What? At the car wash? The car wash, yeah. He's fucking hanging up on that little fucking. Because my LG camera's so great, you can't even fucking focus in. It will not focus on anything closer than an inch from the fucking camera. And if you zoom, it doesn't fucking work either. That's bullshit. Fuck you, LG. No, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, I guess. You fucking doing it out here for the last minute. Trying to be crazy. Something newer. What kind of beat do you want to hear, Tennessee? trying different structures and shit. Kind of awkward, but refreshing. Amazingly ready for us. I don't know, it's hard. I like playing it, but fuck, it's just so beat up. Oh, one of them. It's my baby, though.
Like sounds fine. Does it? What do you think we can get the time up here? Just happens to do exactly what I'm looking for. I'm outlining a new writing project. 5 months apiece, but that's what I want. Because some people
Well, that was a good one. Hopefully my shoulder feels better tomorrow. I can do more instead of having dumb hands. I did work hard to do that. So. In either case, everybody have a good night and have sweet dreams. Till next time. Unless you got something else you want to chit chat about. I'm not going to go to sleep right now. I'm just bored of talking to myself, looking at an empty screen. Not really.
He's gonna phone India to tell her.
something sticky on your shit. Looks like a job for guy wipes. Guy wipes. When you want to wipe guys, get your guy wipes. They're the shit. For the shitter. Shit. Yeah, now you have enlightenment. Now it's gone. Oh.
Morrison described the car as a 10.
Alright, I'm out. Later on, world. Team Smoke. Everybody, have a good one. Laters.